This real quick. When I was younger, I got so many visions. But when I was younger, I dreamed about Mary, Jesus' mama. She was in one of my dreams. And so I'm just speaking real quick on this vision that I had, because it just popped back up. Like, it'll resurface, like, it'll drop down my subconscious. So I'm like, okay, I'll speak on it. It ain't really nothing to say about the dream. I think I might have even spoke on it in the past. I got to find it and see. I got to find the vision in one of my phones. But I was in this church. I was in this real small church. And so we all was sitting down in the church, and I don't know if I was sitting in the back or the front of the church. It was way more clear back then. Cause it seemed like it was a lot of distraction in the back. So it's like you had to sit in the front. So it was like, we were just all sitting. The church was so small. Like, it wasn't no big huge church. It was a real small church. And so in the middle of this church, our mama threw the vision. In the middle of this church, this lady come into this church. This lady was the sharpest thing in the whole church. Those big old hats that the women be wearing. She had on this huge hat, like one of those hats that be like tilted, those real big hats them church women be wearing. But the hat was so big, it covered her face. The hat covered her face, so I could never see her face in the dream, but she had this huge hat on, like, she was sharp. You know how them old women be sharp for church? She was the sharpest thing in the church. She had this huge hat so big, but it covered her face. And so when she sit down, I don't even know who she is. So when she sit down in the church, I'm looking, I'm like, who is that? When I look, her purse, carved in gold, was her name. You know how people be like, ooh, Birkin, ooh, whatever purse these people want. They couldn't get on Mary level. Nowhere near. Pure gold. Her name was carved in the handle of her purse. That's how I knew who it was. I'm like, who is that? And then when I looked at her purse, I seen Mary. Mary was sharp. Her purse was too. I ain't never, nothing on earth like this. Nothing on earth with a purse that I have seen, that I seen Mary in the spirit walking around with. Her name carved in pure gold. Never seen nothing like this. So, in dream, it was a question that was asked in a dream, and it was dealing with Deuteronomy and Leviticus. I know Leviticus means priest. So in the dream, even though I knew the answer, I think I might have been screaming Leviticus. But whatever question they asked was actually in Deuteronomy, but in the dream I kept saying Leviticus, which represent priesthood and priests, the priest bloodline. But that's the dream. It's real vague. I had a real vague vision of Jesus' mama Mary, and she was the sharpest thing ever. Nothing on earth can get on that level. Nothing on earth got nothing on Mary, especially she dressed for church. Like, her hat was fire. It was like tilted, but it was so big, like the way it was, but it wasn't like big and country. Like, it was fire. But her whole face was covered in this dream, and she was walking with a purse. And so I was like, who is this? And so as she sat down, she set her purse down, and I read the purse handle, and it was in pure gold, and her name was carved in pure gold. Like, it was like, you know how you shape out the name, like Mary? Like, I wouldn't even say it's carved in her name. Like, her name was actually, like, the letters of her name was the handle for this purse, pure gold. Like, I'm talking about the handle part. I can't remember the rest of it was, but I remember the handles of her purse, pure gold. Yeah, with her name. I was like, I ain't never seen nothing like this before. I ain't never seen no purse, the handles in pure gold with your whole name imprinted your whole name carved out in the pure gold on the handles. Never on earth seen nothing like this. It made me think. People on earth can't get on God's level. People on earth just can't get on his level. Like, I don't care what you try to do, how you try to, like, do certain stuff, like I'm talking about as far as luxury. It's no comparison. It ain't no comparison. So y'all, that's my dream I had about Mary. I seen this in a dream. We was in a real small church, and out of nowhere, she just walked into the building. She sat down. I ain't know who she was, because her face was covered. The hat, it was one of those real, like, how your grandmama hats be. But this hat, it wasn't country, and it wasn't, like, over the top, even though it was over the top. Like, it was fire. It was fire over the top. I ain't never seen no hair like this. It big. It covered her whole face. But the way it was slanted, it was like it covered her whole face. But it still was like, you know, like it still was doing what it do. But it looked good. Like, it really looked good. One nothing that you would look at and be laughing. This right here was something you look at, you going to be like, who is that? Like, that's how it was in the dream, in church. And I didn't know who she was till I saw her purse. And I saw her purse, her name was, the handle of her purse was her name. I was like, that's Mary. That is Mary. Yeah, y'all. So that's my quick, I'm just real quick. I'm just giving my little vision I had where God allowed me to see Mary, but he won't let me see her face. He never let me see her face. But she was charmed. I ain't never, even there on earth, can't nobody outdress Mary. Ain't nobody on that level. People be trying. You can't get on that level right there. I'm gonna let y'all go enjoy y'all day.